Hey there everyone, it's Dr. Sarah Andreas, and today we are wrapping up the Invisible Roots series. So far in this series, we talked about the stories you tell yourself, we talked about finding your tribe, about becoming more self-aware, we talked about thoughtful reflection and the questions you can ask yourself, and today we're wrapping it up with how you make an impact. And a lot of people get stuck in this idea that if they're not making a huge impact, if they're not making a difference for millions of people, that they're not really being effective. I love the story by Lauren Elsley about the starfish. And for those of you who have heard it before, please fast forward or bear with me as I tell it. But basically the story is an older gentleman goes for a walk on the beach. And as he's walking down the beach, he looks ahead and he sees a young boy. And the young boy is reaching down and picking up a starfish and flinging it back into the ocean. And the older gentleman walks up to him and he says, "Young man, do you know how many starfish are on this beach?" And the boy goes, yeah, I know how many. And he says, "You can't possibly save all the starfish." And the little boy reaches down, picks one up and throws it out in the ocean. And he looks back at the old man with a great big smile and he says, "But I made a difference for that one." And I think if we look at our lives in that perspective, if you make a difference for one person, you're doing something huge. If you make a difference for yourself, you're doing something even bigger. Each of us have an impact on somebody. And a lot of times we think, well, if I'm not making a big impact in the world, I'm not making a big enough impact. The reality is if you change and make an impact for yourself, you're going to influence everybody you run into. Maybe it's the lady at the grocery store, because you smiled and said hello to her, that you made a difference for her. And you'll never know it, but years from now, she's going to remember that you did something nice. Or maybe it's your niece who needs help in tutoring with her math, and you're able to do that for her. Each of us has someone we can make a difference for. Even if it's just making a difference in our own lives, to be more happy, to be more fulfilled, to be excited about the lives we're living, that can make a huge impact. So stop underestimating the value that you bring and the difference that you're making in the world just because it's not huge and out there and in the spotlight. Small things make huge differences every day. So this week, find your small thing. Maybe it's making a difference for yourself. Maybe it's making a difference for your neighbor. I don't know where you're going to make a difference, but if you're intentional about it, you can change somebody's world. All right, that ends this series, and I'll talk to you guys next month.